everybody. No moose milk tonight. My neighbor came over. We had a fire in the backyard and she sampled it and we finished it. So it'll be homemade stuff this coming Saturday. I want to thank Van Life Rocks for the raid. That's greatly appreciated, Ray. Thank you so much for that. And I want to thank every one of you for being here today. If you didn't catch it at the top of the chat, there is a link to Dream on Wheels. They're my newest channel member. I hadn't had a chance to add them to my screen yet, but I will be doing that yet. But I do want you guys to take a moment and go check them out. I'll add their link to the description at the bottom after the live stream's over as well. And I want to thank them for Dreams on Wheels shared out my video. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing out this stream. That's greatly appreciated. Helps the channel, just like all the thumbs up do. You guys are awesome. Wow, we have 30 people in here already. That was fast. We got Robin, Jan, Can, Van, Michael's here, Jeff's here, Kimberly, Ron, Ray, Floss, Pug, Sunset 1. I actually read that right this time. Proud of me. Nomadic Adventures. Hey, Marshall, how's it going? Kenneth Oaks, Keeley, hello, hello. Blind Views is here. And just so you guys know, next week, I think it is, I will be on Blind Views' Thirsty Thursday, so I will have to have more moose milk by then. My God, how can I do a shot with them without that? Butterbeanhead, hello. Thank you so much for coming in. Linda Barker, Box Van D, hello, hello. Naj, good to see you. Boondock Charlie, Brenda. Oh my goodness, there's so many fabulous people here. Hello, Becky, Tammy, Kathy Smith, hello, hello. Oh, let me see. Dan, Nate with Land Cloud Adventures is in here. Catherine, thank you so much for coming in. I saw you were brand new to Ray's live stream that just ended, so that's fantastic. Also, so what you guys know, Van Life Agina will not be going live tonight. She's out at that meetup in Oregon having an amazing time. You guys need to go and check out her videos. You're going to get to see her and a lot of other YouTube channel creators having an absolute blast. So if we run over a little tonight, it's all good. Don't worry. She's not going to be on tonight, but she is doing the odd random pop-up when she has service. So you guys make sure you take a look for that. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. I know I'm missing people. Hello, Shanna. Good to see you. You guys are awesome. V is here, who just did her first live stream, and I missed it. I could not believe it. The one night I don't go on my computer. I couldn't believe it. All right, you guys. Hello, Megan. Hello, Michael Ann. Richard, hello, hello. All right, I'm going to bring up Badge, and let's get a little introduction into who's today's surprise guest. Well, hello, handsome. How's it going?
Hello, sports fans. Guess what day it is? Wednesday. That's
Woo-hoo!
it.
It's
Anyway,
Wednesday.
I am so excited today because I had a whole bunch of people set up to come, but they lost Wi-Fi. I know all about that. So we are going to push that off till next week. So remember next week when you come for Wednesday nights, make sure you bring your lawn chair. I'm going to bring the marshmallows, and we're going to have a reality, or not a reality. We're going to have a fire on the desert. That's what we're going to have next week. So you want to bring your lawn chairs. Anyway, with all that aside, I forgot something.
What?
If anybody wants to know what this, if you want to know about this life, go to Box Van D's last video. It's perfect. It's exactly the way it is. I've been doing this for 30 years, so I know. Don't ask me, and I'm not asking you. So anyway.
If one of my moderators could drop the link to that video of D's, that would be amazing. Thank you, guys.
That was a very good video. Now, tonight's guest, I want you to make, now he is a YouTuber, but he's not a YouTuber. It's not his forte. His forte is, and he's going to tell you about it, is he does awesome videos. Like, the videos are totally awesome. He does stuff like Karen and Ray and Land Cloud Adventures, that super quality stuff, but they don't seem to get any views. I don't understand how it works. I really don't. All I know is that his stuff is superb. And when you go check him out, and that's the other thing too. He's got like 997 or 94 subs.
Oh,
So I told him to take him
we'll
up
have
to
to deal with that
1200.
in a minute.
Yeah, we'll
deal
take
with
him up
that
to
as soon as he
1200
comes
time.
up.
But anyway, so we already got this prearranged. We're not going to play the intro, but we're going to do an intro, and then you're going to know who it is. Go ahead.
All right, darling. So everybody pay attention to this, because I think there's a lot of you that don't understand who this is connected to, but I really want you to watch, and then we're going to bring him up. And as soon as we reveal who he is, I'll ask my moderators to drop his link. He is like, I think, 4 or 5 or 6 away from 1K. So we, as a family, are going to definitely get him there tonight. All right, so I'm going to pull up this video clip and let's play.
Over 500 million people enjoy our public lands each year. We enjoy such luxuries, in large part, due to the sacrifices made by our armed forces. Unfortunately, many of our vets struggle upon their return with something as simple as basic lack of housing. But you can help. Just visit HeroSoapCompany.com and place your order using coupon code BADGE at checkout. Not only will you receive a discount, but you'll be helping Badge help our vets.
I did you a favor by fixing your vehicle. You're doing me a favor by buying soap, and Hero Soap Company's giving back to the soldiers. So it's a whole pay forward thing. This means a lot to me. As you know, I was in the airborne for 9 years. I believe in the soap. I've tried it. It works awesome. And that's why I'm doing this.
All right, folks.
There you go.
Here is
That's
Tim
it.
Untethered.
Yeah.
How's it
Now, this
going?
is Tim. This is the quality of stuff this guy does. It's unbelievable. Like his quality of videos is just out of this world. Honestly.
Okay, back it up. Are you telling
anyway.
me Tim actually put this video together? I know it's Blind Views.
He made the whole thing.
Blind views. Yeah. Well, Badge and I were talking casually one day about just Hero Soap, and he said, "Hey, if you don't mind, at some point, can we collaborate on something?" And then we sort of just percolated on that for a couple of weeks, and then it just sort of turned into, "Hey, let's put something together, write some scripts." We reached out to Blind Views to see if he'd be interested in a voiceover, and I swear within an hour I probably had enough voiceovers for 3 videos from Blind Views. So that was awesome. And so a little bit of stock footage and a little bit of music, and we were good to go.
That is so fantastic. So you edited, filmed. Did you plan what the video was going to be?
Oh no, I didn't film any of that. All of that is stock footage. So
okay.
There's a number of places like Storyblocks or Envato Elements and places like that, Pond 5, and these are resources that you can go to get stock footage and music or effects or whatever you need. And so I just sort of built those videos around an inventory of videos that I already had.
Well, guess what? You're already at your 1K. Let's give them some cushion, guys.
That's all it took. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
That's all it took. This is the most amazing community that comes into these live streams. They are family, truly.
They're awesome. I'm watching some of the people.
Them all.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of the people in chat. These are a number of them were people I've already talked to, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, a lot of them are all joining in. Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you, as much as I enjoyed the whole Hero Soap thing and working with Blind Views and Badge, one of the things I really had a blast with was, if you've seen Badge's intro, the theme song for Badge's intro and that whole intro video clip, I had so much fun for that. Yeah, I wrote the script for that, and I gave it to a guy to sort of do the music behind it, and he composed all of that stuff, and so that was really a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And
that is so awesome.
And he came up with the first outro too, with the 2 girls in it.
Oh yeah,
the twins. That was funny.
Where they're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, she's a friend of mine. She does both roles, but everybody thinks it's actually 2 people. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay,
that was a good one. Yeah.
Let's just back this all up, Tim.
Yeah.
You are living a nomadic lifestyle, correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
what are you living in right now?
I'm living in a 1995 Ford Econoline E350. It is a 15-passenger van.
Ooh.
I built it out a few years back, and sort of took it out camping for anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks at a time. Brought it back,
Mhm.
tweaked it, and knowing that I would sort of set sail, for lack of a better term, for my year-long adventure, which is I'm still on. I don't know when it's going to end, but so that was sort of the deal. But I've been on the road now. It'll be 2 years in June, and I'll be going into year 3. So
Okay. Awesome.
yeah.
So you started the YouTube channel after, before?
Well, I started the YouTube channel mostly as a way to sort of keep friends and family sort of updated, and they figure so long as they could see me smile and laugh, that they knew that I was safe and happy. And then after about a year, I was like, okay, they know that I'm perpetually happy now, so I stopped making videos, and that's sort of where we are. Yeah.
So, and I know this is always a pretty personal question, but how are you financing your lifestyle?
Well, I've been, excuse me, I've been self-employed for about 10 years, and I sort of do a number of different things that revolve around internet marketing. So, I'll build websites, design websites, I do graphic design, and I used to also produce what are called spokesperson videos, right? So videos that you might see on anybody's sort of business related channel. And I think that over about 3 years, I did about 3,000 of those spokesperson videos on a green screen, with the suit. What I don't tell people is half the time I didn't wear pants, but that's a separate issue. That's probably too much. But I did stuff like when you watch movies and they have like these newscasts, right? And then that they're fake newscasts. So I would do fake newscasts for independent film. And so I've even got a couple of IMDb credits that were just sort of random as a result of me doing that kind of stuff. So, but as part of that, I did a lot of video editing, even though it was pretty basic stuff. And so when I set out on this whole nomadic adventure, I had the same clientele that I had before. I was still writing script. I was still doing voiceovers. I was still editing, but I couldn't do any of the on-screen stuff anymore, right? But that was okay. So when I hit the road, I actually still had an income. I took a pay cut because I didn't have a studio that I could take with me, but I had enough to live off of. And so the trick has been over the last couple of years is how do I grow that part of my business where I'm not, for lack of a better term, talent, right? And then that's what I've been doing is trying to mature that part of my business.
Quick question, Tim.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds need to know, are you wearing pants today?
Yes.
I ask you to prove it because
I don't know. Are chaps pants? Technically, I think that they are, right? So yeah.
Too funny.
You hesitated before you answered, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I was thinking, I don't know how much joking around about wearing pants I really want to do. I probably shouldn't have brought it up, but here we are.
You were set for COVID long before it happened.
Oh gosh, yeah. There's a reason I'm isolated. I'll tell you what. So yeah.
Rob
But no, that was
not the pants off party.
No, so it was. So that's sort of what I do. I just I finished up a project today. The last set of revisions. It was. I don't know if you're familiar with these things. Are called funnel videos. And what happens is somebody's selling you something. You go to a page and they say, "Hey, sign up for my free ebook," and then there's an upsell video that you watch to sell the real product, right? And so what I've been doing,
you kind of have to follow through, right? Like,
yeah, it's sort of like you have. Yeah, there's a mechanism to sort of get your email address and stuff, and then they market to you from there. So it might be an upsell to something else or a cross sell to something else. And so what I do now primarily is I'll source the talent and or voiceover artists or whatever to make that video content, and I'll write the script if necessary, edit it, and then give it back to the customer. So today I finished one. Took me about 2 weeks to do, I think. And I don't need another. I won't need another job for about 2 more months. So it's all good.
Wow. Thank you, Becky, so much for that super chat. That's greatly appreciated.
Thanks, Becky.
My son's in marketing, actually, and he was trying to explain to me a couple months ago about that tunnel thing, but I'm old and I zone in and out and
Yeah, it's all pretty basic. I mean, the idea is that you want to give away something free, because the real commodity is your email address, right? And if you don't market to an email address within like a month or two, then you might as well just get rid of it, right? So what you have to do is you capture the email address, and then you have an opportunity to sell them a product or two or three or four or whatever. So there's a whole strategy behind that. There's whole workflows behind that. I don't get involved with that part of it. I just create the content.
Awesome. Very awesome. And you're doing this all remotely?
Yeah, right. I'm sitting on my bed right now. My laptop is right there, and I do it all right there.
Fantastic. So how do you and Badge know each other?
Don't go there.
I'm trying to remember when did we get introduced? I can't even remember.
The van build.
Yeah.
At the van build.
Yeah.
And you come over and you said, I want to do to do a video on your channel. Yeah. So he came over to
Yeah, you left a comment. Yeah, you left me a comment on one of my videos, and I cornered you and I said, "Hey, you're next, buddy." And you said, "Okay." And I was like, "Oh." So I drove out to where you were camped, and we did that nice sit down, and I got to meet you and Elle and hang out for a bit. Yeah. And then we bonded like brothers.
Then we come up with a it was kind of funny. I got to put it in perspective because Tim, he just thinks this is business, so he doesn't think about it. But you got to remember now, this is why I brought him up, because there's no way to thank the guy. So now I'm thanking him for doing it. But he did all the Hero soap ads. Like, he put them all together and did everything, and got blind views, allowing to do the voiceover, which is just superb.
Yeah,
like,
awesome job.
Everywhere I go, everybody's using these ads. I think they're on like 10 channels right now. And the thing that he sent me this, and we're in Dales, Oregon, and he sends me the Stinky Nomad Syndrome one with the rest of them.
Oh, everybody loves that one.
What do you think?
It almost didn't air.
Bottle, isn't it?
What? It almost didn't air? Really? It's my favorite.
What are we doing here? So I says to him, I'll take the 4, but I'm not sure about the Stinky Nomad Syndrome. I think that might be pissing off people. So what's he do? He doesn't even say anything. Of course, he puts it up on his channel. Badge wants to know if you think this is offensive or not. And he puts the video up, and everybody says, no, it's great. So I started running the video. So it was kind of funny, but yeah, it was just awesome. Like, the thing about it is, and that's what we've been getting, we've been pounding this since we started this, is that these are the people that you meet on the road. And here you meet a guy on the road, and you're talking to him, and Neil gets me set up with soap, and then he comes over and does an interview with me. And I says, he says, well, I can do ads or stuff or something like that. I says, well, sure. So he comes up with 5 ads, right? And I'm thinking, okay, how in the hell are we ever going to pay for this? So it was really great. Like, it was an awesome, and I'm not even going to ever change them, because how can you change them? They're perfect. Like, they're the greatest ads around. And I'm not going to change them. I just leave them the way they are, and I run them. So I take my stuff off the back end, but other than that, you can't, like, it's perfection at its best.
Oh,
like,
that was fun. It was just a lot of fun.
Unbelievable.
Like I said, Blind View's class act, man. It was so easy dealing with him. It was so immediate. And I think he's on. Say, hey, Blind Views, thanks again. But it was a real pleasure all the way around.
That's awesome. Yeah. We actually have some questions in the chat already for you, Tim.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me.
Mellow Nomadic Adventures wants to know, how do you find your clients?
Oh, okay. I used to be really active on a gig economy site called Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. I'm still active there. I've got some templated video gigs, which you can view if you want, but it's maybe we can post the link later. That's not important.
Okay.
But Fiverr.com was a big one. One of the things that's nice about Fiverr, and they call it Fiverr because it used to be that you could have something done for as little as $5, right?
Yeah.
So I just had a project that I mentioned where I needed 6 voiceovers, and I went to Fiverr and I ended up paying $15 each for 6 different female voiceovers, right? And with commercial rights. And I couldn't get that done anywhere else. So for people that are living like this, if you've got a discipline or if you want to sort of like on the job training, Fiverr.com is a great place to go, establish a base. They'll help you get exposure to a larger base of people. The better work you do, and the better that you're rated. I think I've got like 3,000 reviews, and they're 5-star reviews, so I had a pretty good reputation when I left. And that provided a core. But I got to be honest with you, I've got clients that I've had for 10 years. And so when you make somebody happy and you go above and beyond and you're always available on the phone for them, no matter the time or the day or whatever it is, they're the first person that you're going to call. Whether or not you're the right person for the job, you're going to be the first person they call. So just really good service and never treat a sale like it's going to be the last one for that customer.
Yeah, for sure. Don't burn any bridges, right?
I just got.
Says he's honored that you had asked him to do the voiceover work.
Oh no, yeah, it worked out great. I was so happy.
Blind Views also wants to know, how do you stay connected so that you can work? Is that difficult?
Yeah. Well, I've got what they call the AT&T Mobley. It's a little ODB2 device. It was a connected car thing from AT&T. Basically, you plug this little box into your diagnostic port, but it's a Wi-Fi hotspot. And there's a period of time for AT&T where you could get unlimited data for $23 a month. So I've got that. So I'm grandfathered into that plan. And then I've got a Verizon unlimited plan, which is $65 a month or something like that. And with most any of these plans, there is what they call a network management threshold. So anything above, let's say 23 gigabytes, you can be prioritized down on the tower. The reality is, though, is that I'm out in the middle of freaking nowhere, and I'm not usually by congested towers, so I never notice a degradation in speed. But I do have to be aware of where I go to make sure that they do have connectivity. And that connectivity might change. If I've got a customer where I'm writing a series of scripts, my bandwidth is only this. I only need this much. But if I'm doing a lot of video stuff, that I need to park like where I am right now, where I've got a high bandwidth capacity for, let's say, a couple of weeks. So it really changes. It's challenging. I will say, though, that places like Montana, probably one of the most beautiful places to be on the planet, I can't really enjoy because I can't stay connected in Montana. So it's not that it's hard. It's just that I'm missing out on certain opportunities. So that's my long answer to that question.
So just to back up a little bit again, when you met Badge, is that when the soap idea came to mind?
Oh,
no,
I
think that whole thing was in its infancy. The whole soap thing was in its infancy. And Badge and I had just had a cursory conversation about, hey, let's try to do something to bring in money for these veterans. And I just said, yeah. And it took a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and then it all happened pretty quickly after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure. I would say by the time that Badge and I talked about the project, Badge, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was probably 2 or 3 days, and then you had all the videos, right? I mean, it happened very quickly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was unbelievable. Like the quality and how fast they got them, and it just blew me and Ella away because we're in Oregon. We were just scooping through the snowstorm to get to Oregon, and I show up in Dales, and here's these things showing up on my phone. What the hell is this? And here they were, the whole blowing ads. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Like the first part he did was intro and the ad twins, the outro. And so I used them for a while. and then he came up with the soap ads, which I had no idea the quality would be that high. Like the quality is super. Like I download them to a lot of people to look at or to try them, and they said these things are super clear. I said that's what he does. Like that's the thing. Like I wanted to make sure that everybody knows. Like these guys like Tim and Karen and Dean, the uncool Dean and Mike and all these guys. They use this 4K down in the States. Up here, we don't use it that much. But down there, they use 4K, and everything is so clear. It's unbelievable. So,
yeah, you know, I would just, I guess one of the things, if I had any advice for anybody, certainly that was my age, you know, I'm 57. I've been an IT director. I've been a senior IT manager for a television network. I did 5 years at Electronic Arts, the video game company, and public relations. And now I'm a video editor and content creator. And my point is that you can't be, you have to be kind of brash when it comes to reinventing yourself when you need to, right? You're going to leave certain chapters of your life behind, and then you're going to continue somewhere else. And I think the key is just to be as aware as you can about what the fundamentals are for whatever it is you do. And, you know, Badge is a master mechanic, but I'm sure Badge would agree that if average Joe person understood the workings of an internal combustion engine, you could probably feel pretty confident that that person's going to be able to replace a spark plug or change the oil or whatever. And so it's that foundational element, whether you're a mechanic or whether you're a video editor, whether you're a writer, whether you're a basketball player. Don't waste time with shortcuts. You know, you're going to spend more time on shortcuts than you are learning the fundamentals. So just learn the fundamentals of whatever it is. And, you know, there's a number of resources that are like Skillshare, for example, is a great place online. I think it's what, $10 a month, $15 a month, unlimited tutorials on virtually every subject that you can imagine. And so if you find yourself sort of like me or in retirement, you're like, what do I do now? Do what you want. And then exercise those fundamentals the best you can and get practice on a site like Fiverr, because if you know the fundamentals of virtually everything, somebody will pay you. They might not pay you a lot, but they're going to pay you. And and I think that's you know, like Blind Views. I don't know what Blind Views history is with voiceovers or whatever. We didn't talk about it, but he just did it, and so that was a bonus. He understands the fundamentals of at least, you know, audio management. And I'll tell you, you know, when I ordered those 6 voiceovers last week for this project that I'm on, had I known another nomad that could have done that work, I would have given him the business in a heartbeat. So I hope that, you know, as time goes on, maybe we can find a repository of talent that we can leverage with each other, because, you know, it's just happenstance that Badge and I were able to work together like this. But, you know, I'd love to be able to help other people out, and other people can help me too. So.
That's fantastic. Keely would like to know, have you heard of Starlink?
Yeah.
Is that something that you'll be looking into at all?
At some point. I mean, we just got to the point in Starlink, as I understand, where you can actually do it mobilely, because initially it had to be tied to a specific address. And so now at least you can move it around, set up your antenna, and submit where your new location is. But the problem now is that all of that Starlink satellite data still needs to go through a local cell tower, right? And they haven't introduced a way where it can go, okay, if I can't find the cell tower there, what else do I do? And it's coming, but right now it's not mature enough to where it really makes a difference for me. Plus, there's not enough of these satellites in the sky. They're going around the orbit, and there are blank spots. So you'll have great connectivity 1 minute, and then you'll have nothing the next minute. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. It'll get there. It's just not there yet.
Okay. What video editing program do you use?
I use 2, actually. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, the Creative Suite, and I also use a program called DaVinci Resolve, which is actually free. Well, there's a free version of it. Yeah. I got really tired of paying $50 a month for a period of time for the Creative Suite, and then I went over to Resolve, and I used that for, I don't know, better part of a year. But one of the problems is that it's not mature enough in that people build these add-ons for these editors, whether they're animations or whatever the deal is. And there's a wealth of supportive material that helps me create faster on Adobe. So I ended up going back. But yeah, those two programs, Adobe Premiere and DaVinci Resolve.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, Rob and Jan say that they use the DaVinci Resolve and they love it, and they find that the free version is enough for them.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what the limitations are, but I think I can't remember if you can export in 4K or not, but there were some limitations, but and then in regard to acceleration features, but I liked it. I had a good time with it. It is a lot different than Premiere Pro. The learning process is different. You've got a typical sort of layered approach in Premiere Pro, and then over in Resolve, you got these things called nodes. And if you're old like me, your mind just wants to explode at anything new. But it takes a while to get used to, but it's okay.
So Land Cloud Adventures would like to know, what fluffy dog do you have behind you?
Oh,
or had behind you?
I had two. I've got Chaz and Lucky. Lucky's staring at me like I can't say the word TREAT. Yeah, but I have two of them. They're two rescue dogs. They're both Australian cattle dog mixes. They're both about 13 years old, 12, 13 years old. And they've been my nomadic companions forever, even before this permanent trip. I mean, I had a Class A before this, and they would travel with me in the Class A. So this is a second home to them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now,
and
I should say. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, these guys will eat anything. They like Brussels sprouts. They like asparagus. They like bananas. They like whatever it is. They'll eat it. So it's pretty funny.
You got your little carburetors there.
Yeah.
So Carol Spring said before, she's like one of your biggest fans, and she wants to know, when's your next video?
I do not know the answer to that. Yeah, it's I think because I've been doing so much video editing for other people, it's been tough for me just to sort of pick up where I left off. I think the last video that I did was camping with alpacas. I was at an alpaca farm, and they walked right up to the van, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I don't think I posted anything after that. But one of the things I struggle with, and maybe people can give me feedback on the channel as it is now, is I noticed that when I'm watching other van life travel channels, oftentimes what happens, and Badge and I just talked about this, we end up making this circle. So you're sort of like, you're in California 1 minute, then Oregon, then Washington, then you're in Idaho or Montana or Utah, and you end up making this circle, and you end up camping at a lot of the same spots. And to me, I don't want to create that kind of content, just because I don't want to rehash where I've already been. And so I'm really struggling from a content perspective to try to find a niche of stuff, of a tactic that other people aren't really doing right now. And I guess that's sort of that's the art, right? Is trying to figure out where your niche is. And that's kind of where I'm stuck at the moment.
Okay. So as a nomad, Marshall wants to know, what is something on your bucket list for 2021 or 2022? Man, you got some big fans in here, Tim.
That's sweet. I like
sit around the fire in Ehrenberg and roast marshmallows on a stick and stick biscuits.
Maple marshmallows.
Okay, so here's this starts in 2021, but it's not going to end in 2021. During COVID, when I was at Camp Chicken, whole other adventure there.
Want to tell them what Camp Chicken is?
Oh yeah, I was at a holdover at during the beginning parts of COVID. My son-in-law's mom has this property in Oregon, and I camped out there for several months. And part of that, I befriended a goose who ended up following me around freaking everywhere. I got a video on that. But
goose.
That was, Doug the goose. Well, originally Doug the duck, because I didn't know he was a goose until he got bigger. But anyway, during that time period, I started watching a channel called Itchy Boots. And her name is Nora Lee, and she rides this, or was riding this motorcycle. I can't remember where she was doing it at the time. And when I was a kid, I used to ride a motorcycle, and I was like, that looks really cool, exploring, wherever. Mm-hmm. So I got this bug in my head. So when I originally moved from the San Francisco Bay Area in California up to Oregon, they asked me if I wanted to take the test for the motorcycle because I always had a motorcycle endorsement. And I said, no, I'm never going to ride again. Yeah, I'm going to ride again. So I think it is, I'm looking at my blackboard here. On the 6th of June, I take my motorcycle endorsement intermediate course. So that's going to be sort of the first step in my somehow adopting a motorcycle in this nomadic adventure that I'm on. Because look, I'm in some of the most beautiful places on the planet out here, in Moab in particular, right? And so this is a hobby that is really cool. But I don't know when that part is going to happen. Right now, I just want to get my endorsement, and I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to haul a motorcycle around. But so that's my short-term plan.
Wow, that's exciting. That a whole different perspective on a bike, right?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of places that I've been where you see these switchback roads or these roads, just that I'm never going to climb in my life in this rig. And I'm too much of a chicken, even if I had a 4-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
But I thought it would be cool to, even for the channel, is to go look at that road right there. Let's go see what's at the end of it and just have a fun time. And eventually, someday these puppies aren't going to be with me, and I'm going to be a different kind of empty nester again. And maybe I take that rig and I go to Central America or South America and have a different kind of nomadic adventure. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that just sounds so exciting.
Well, I can change my mind tomorrow, but that's at least answers the question. I think that's the plan.
But you know what? You have the freedom to change your mind and add things to your list, right? Like there's just unlimited potential for things that you can do and experience, right? It sounds like you're pretty open-minded to new things.
Yeah, and my clients know what I do, so it's not like I have to hide it from them that I'm. So it's it's like, where are you at today, Tim? That kind of a thing, and it's just sort of a running joke.
I think.
But I think they'll understand, and maybe you can get a sponsorship or two out of it. Who knows?
Nice.
Yeah.
Call Me V would like to know: is there a luxury, Tim, that you missed while living the nomadic life?
A hot shower every day.
Good answer, buddy.
Yeah. There's. I mean, look, I stay clean, right? But there's a therapeutic value to a shower that you just can't get otherwise, right? And I'm the kind of person that would take a shower until the water gets cold. And, so whenever I find a shower, it's like, oh, Tim's gonna be gone for a while. So, but yeah, that's the one luxury that I really miss.
That's awesome.
And there is one more though. And that is an actual physical freaking TV, right? My tablet is great, but I've got smudges all over my tablet, and just trying to get from like one show to the next, I end up having to take it off, and then I wipe it off, and then I end up like closing all of my applications when I wipe it off. And I just want to be able to click a freaking button and go to what I want to go to. So if that's a luxury, I still get to watch what I want to watch, but it'd be a hell of a lot easier. I have a feeling you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Especially if I'm eating something like, okay, I was doing a live stream on a Saturday night, Tim, and one of my subscribers that lives in Ontario, Canada, Call Me V, sent me pizza and chicken wings to my ambulance, right? And had it delivered. So I was on live streams eating chicken wings, and I'll tell you, my fingers are greasy trying to do stuff.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, but otherwise, look, I get by okay. 72 square feet, I'm rocking it, But a shower and a TV, and I think I'd be in good shape. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Blind Views would like to know: is it discouraging to put a lot of work into a quality video and get, a few videos when crappy quality seems to get thousands of views?
Oh, my dogs are growling at hikers. Somewhat. I mean, I think that how do I put this? I wish I had more confidence in what it is that I did, because every time I submit a video, whether it's on YouTube or for a client, I'm always, hey Chaz, all done. It's gonna take a bit. I'm always freaking out. Like, are they gonna like it? Are they gonna like it? They always do. It's not a big deal. So there's that part of it, but there is an unknown sort of YouTube formula, and maybe it is known. I just don't want to do it. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, come here. Come. He's keeping us all safe.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Come here. Say hi. Come here.
Hello, hello,
Yeah,
hello.
that's Chaz. So, but it is frustrating. I mean, I put a lot of work into the videos that I did, and when they only get 100 views, I'm like, you know. And you know this as well as anybody, and Badge too. You get people who automatically give you a thumbs down, right? No matter
Yes.
what. And so I don't know what that is. Like, I'll post a video that's 8 minutes long, and within 3 seconds, I got 4 thumbs down, and I'm like, you didn't have time to watch the video. How
Or
could you not
before
like
you even,
alpacas? How could you
yeah,
not like alpacas? Yeah. So
right?
yeah,
Oh, Tim,
yeah.
I totally get it. I will post that I have a live stream, and the live stream hasn't even happened.
Hmm.
And the
Yeah.
fan club likes to give the thumbs down. I'm like, who has no life?
Yeah. Yeah. But the best part about it is that when you're as small as I am online, the people that you get that you're corresponding with are the best, right? You've got a small audience, and I feel like I've got relationships with a lot of different people, many of which I've met in person, many of which I still have a relationship with in person these days. And
Mm-hmm.
so there is that value that I don't care how many views I got. That's the stuff that really makes a big difference. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping that that we can do some more videos here shortly.
The human connection with really good people. You know, there's sometimes you forget that there are good people out there.
Yeah.
And I know for me, starting with the live streams and stuff, it just restored my faith in humanity with this community. It's been so wonderful.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I noticed early on was because the first, probably 6 months of me being on the road, it was just me, right? I met people like I ran into three generations of hunters one time up in Montana. They invited me over to the rig early in the morning for pancake sausage and so I met people, but I've never really developed relationships with them up until the van build.
Yeah.
And my experience at that point was, um, we typically wear either a religion or our politics on our sleeves, and that is obviously, especially these days, pretty divisive topics. Um, but those conversations didn't happen. People wanted to know each other because they wanted to know each other. And so I had
Mm-hmm.
the chance to be able to develop relationships without all that baggage. And I think it brings people closer together. And it was, well, to a large degree, a catharsis to see 3 or 4 thousand people at the van build, everybody getting along and contributing and trying to help each other. And that was just, it did my soul a lot of good.
I can't wait to have that experience. I can't wait. Badge always says he's going to tow me along behind him, but he always teases me because I drive a 6-liter diesel Ford.
You got to be careful with this guy, though, because I was at Schoolie Palooza and I said, hey, Badge, when you have a second, can you introduce me to maybe a couple of people here? I'd really like to be able to maybe do some interviews. And he goes, let's go right now. And he grabbed me by the arm. And it was like 2.5 hours later, I get back to my rig. I can't fathom how many people I met. I only got like 4 videos out of the whole thing, the 4 interviews. But it was just, he knew everybody. And it was hysterical. So be careful. Make sure you got plenty of time, hydrate, and bring snacks with you because you're going to be gone a while.
Well, I can't even imagine that. Just trying to keep up with him in a Canadian Tire had me completely bamboozled. It was like a small child. I turned in my head once and he was gone. Like, I'm running everywhere. I can't believe he moves that fast. And he strikes up a conversation with the people that work there. And it's like, yeah.
Elle is a ball of fire too. They're meant for each other. They'll keep you on your toes.
I do want to do a special thank you to my moderators. They've been doing amazing, dropping your link repeatedly.
Thank you so much.
And dropping things with my merchandise and looking up links and stuff. They're just fantastic people. And there has been some comments that I've been really lucky because I have excellent moderators that I don't deal with trolls, although I don't think we've really had much of a problem at this point. In the
probably because nobody knows who I am. So you probably got that going for you.
No, it's not like that. It's surprise guest anyways. But I mean, I do Saturday late nights, Tim. So if you're gonna get them, that's usually when it is. But it's been pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, if I have this forum, I might as well just put it out there. But if anybody out there has a charitable sort of a thing like Badge did with Hero Soap, or if you do voiceovers, or if you write copy or write promo scripts or anything to do with internet marketing, and you want to touch base, leave a comment over on my channel and we'll talk.
Marshall, did you hear that? Mellow Nomadic Adventures might have some stuff that you guys can discuss, and maybe you could mentor, perhaps. He's a fairly young guy. Marshall, oh, what do I mean fairly? Oh, yeah, fairly young. He's just a little bit younger than me.
Like I said, it'd be nice to be
a kid.
Look, it was just the last. Well, I've had a couple of different experiences, of course, with Badge, and then I've Deborah Dickinson, Deborah's channel. I started doing her merchandise. I took over her Teespring store, so we're doing T-shirt designs and mug designs, and her dog is named Bandit, right? And so we did a masked bandit with like a COVID mask over her dog for like a T-shirt idea, and we're just having a lot of fun with it. But it'd be nice to meet others who to collaborate with and have some fun out here.
Well, here we have Papa Texas is like, Papa Texas does modeling and voiceovers.
Yeah, Papa, I don't know, man. Yeah.
Papa Texas.
Papa Texas. Come on, Papa.
Oh my gosh.
Be careful what you ask for. Yep.
Dee says she's just an old woman doing the best she can. Dee has, if you know Boxman Dee at all, she's been a huge inspiration to a lot of people and showing that.
I hear that, yeah.
We can do all kinds of things at any time in our life, and we can take control of things. And yeah, she's done some really good stuff for the community for sure.
Yeah, it's going to change your life probably when you get out here. I mean, there's this, especially now that we're sort of going the right direction, I think now, and people are going to start coming back during the winter season. But you've got several months where you're in the Southwest, and you've just got gathering after gathering after gathering. And and I find too that as much as I enjoy Schoolie Palooza and the van build, and of course I work the whole van build, but smaller events from YouTubers where you've got 30, 50, 60 people, those to me are my favorites because you get to know just about everybody, and you hang with each other for the better part of a week. And I don't know, for me, it's just invaluable. It's golden.
I'm so excited. Sue Mitchell, welcome, Sue. She was saying how she just watched your interview with Deborah a few hours ago. Did you want to tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. Deborah's base camp is in the general vicinity of Pahrump, Nevada. And anybody that's not familiar with Pahrump, it is sort of it's a preferred destination for a lot of people during the shoulder season. So as you go into the summer, it's a great place to camp for a couple of weeks because you're right on the outskirts of town. Walmart's 5 minutes away, Home Depot's 5 minutes away. And so if you need to have things done, it's a great place to go. If you're going to prepare for the winter, the same thing. So Deborah and I camped there sort of for the same reasons. And so she did an interview with all my campmates. That was Tracy and Robin and my friend Stanley, who I travel with regularly, and then myself. So she did an interview with me that hit today, and then my van build is tomorrow. So and that should be interesting because I did a van build when I first started my YouTube channel, and it was just titled My $800 Van. And that was one of my most popular videos because, for obvious reasons, I can tell you, there's a hell of a lot more money than $800 now, but I started with an $800 van. But that van tour will happen tomorrow.
Thank you, Megan with Going Green Mom, for dropping the link for Deborah's channel. See, amazing moderators, right? How did I get so lucky? It's through this community.
They're hustling. Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yep.
No, this is impressive.
Yeah.
I'm certainly honored to be here. I'm glad that you had me on.
I don't know if you can see the chat or not. And Keely, absolutely, thank you so much. Can my channel members show Tim the emoji of somebody else that's up on this screen?
I'm scared.
I made badge emojis for my channel members.
Oh, perfect.
I made a GIF of them too, and I'm trying to learn how to do them.
Oh my God! Holy moly! I got to have 20 badges now.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. World's
It's
gone to
pretty
hell
awesome.
now.
I didn't even ask them. I just did it.
That's funny. I love it.
Oh,
This is very cool. Yeah. So no, I don't know what else to say. I mean, originally this was going to be a 1-year deal for me. I got to the end of the year and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going back. There's just, Badge and I were talking, I think earlier about some of the money that I had to put into my rig. And, anytime that you spend $1,000 or $2, it's a hard swallow, right? But then when you keep in mind that I'm not paying rent, I don't have any debt, it's like, well, that's a pretty good deal, So it's a trade-off, but I think I'll be doing this for some time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dad, you got yourself muted. Why do you have yourself muted? Badge, you got to take your mute off so we can bug you.
Badge. Like that. This is my sign language. Badge.
Your mute button. Because I thought it was me and I tried to unmute him, but it won't let me because he muted himself. It must be those greasy fingers on the screen.
There he goes. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a frozen screen, so all I see is
we
what.
can still see you and hear you. We can still see.
I know, that's why I got to watch that I don't pick my nose and stuff. 2608, it stopped. So, no, but like I was saying, like that's what we're trying to do with this program with Paula is that show people exactly what people you're going to find out when you're out there. Like she started when she was up here and I was working on her fan. She says, well, what kind of people you're going to meet? I said, I'm going to show you the people you're going to meet. And that's what we're doing. We're showing them people that you're going to meet. And that's exactly
that spoils me. I got to tell you, I am very spoiled. And Tim, I love every minute of it.
No, you should. You should. I mean, like I said, just buckle up, Buttercup, because if he's going to take you on a tour, it's going to be a while. So just.
I know.
Just
I'm going to have to get in shape to keep up with them.
No, but I mean, what Badge says is
on the back of the trailer. Maybe next week I'll put the tow hook on the trailer, and we'll just put that hook on the back and. Okay, hold on to the steering wheel. We're going. Let's go.
Told my ambulance. I said I'll never get better gas mileage.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to do that. I had a series on my channel called Dweller Talk, and it was Badge was, of course.
It was cool.
Yeah, and so I interviewed a number of people, but that was sort of the same thing as just trying to let people know the kind of people that you meet. And one of my friends that I camp with, her name is Robin. She is she has this history that's crazy. She was like a bass player for Garth Brooks at one point touring. She was one of these champion like shooters on the back of a horse for a while. She was an executive chef for Hilton. She ran her own restaurant, truck sort of thing in Texas. And then one day she found out that she had, I guess, some kind of brain cancer or something. Oh. And so they operated on her. And she was getting better. And then one day at work, a frozen box of produce fell on her head and she got a traumatic brain injury. And so she from that, she developed grand mal seizures. Mm-hmm. And she couldn't go anywhere. And she found out that her little dog, Choopy, kept like punching her in the face. And she told her doctor, I think my dog's giving me seizures. And the doctor said, no, he's alerting you that you're going to have one. So once they got that figured out, then Choopy, the dog, got certified, and she got like a half-hour warning before any seizure that she had, and she set out as a nomad, and she's still out here a year later. Wow. And so it's just stories like that are cool. Or Kenny, who built this tiny home in the back of this old beat-up Dodge van. It's hysterical, and there's plenty of food for fodder out here. These people are awesome. Anytime that somebody asks you what kind of people do van life, ask them what kind of people live in a house or what kind of people live in an apartment, right? It doesn't make any difference. It's so, there are people out here as a matter of consequence, and there are people out here as a matter of choice. And then beyond that, the stories are all very, very much different. So
the thing about it is that the people that you meet really don't care any of your, your politics or any of that. They don't care about that crap. They just sit around the fire and have a great time and talk about how, look at the sky or look at this or look at that. It's just, and everybody's got this the same. Like I said a million times, you don't even know who the neighbor who lives next door in the house, but you know every neighbor. That's everybody that's on the desert for 20
Yeah, and
miles.
it's the little things in life that count too. Because I mean, if you make a
Yeah.
closet out of apple boxes, I'm going to be tickled. You know, we're going to
Yeah.
party over that apple box closet, and that's just the simple things, right? But if you
Yeah.
had a $400,000 rig, I'm going to be, hey, nice rig, you know, but I'm not going to be able to identify it. But
Yeah.
you know, when people are out here, minimalism is key. We all know what that's like. We all know what
Yeah.
it's like to not have an oven oftentimes, or a shower, or you know, dinking around with our stupid tablet with like chicken fingers or whatever. You know, we know that stuff. So
Yeah.
I have to read this comment. Badge Keeley put Van Vita Travels, when the border opens and you come down, you must, for safety's sake, have Badge travel with you. He's got that if you hurt her, I'll have you killed vibe.
yeah, he's probably got a couple of big wrenches too. So yeah.
That's not true. Just because I got 3 guns in the truck has no bearing on it at all. And they're all loaded.
No.
And just remember, I usually try to pick on people that after I'm done, they fit in a duffel bag. That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
That's all I'm saying.
They fold up nicely after a while. Yeah.
We're all about minimalism, right?
That's right. How to dispose of a body with as few steps as possible. Yeah, we know these things.
Yeah. You know, you see the vultures. You see the vultures coming around. That's a good thing.
You're just gonna keep doubling down on this, aren't you, Badge? Yeah.
Oh
okay.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we had a question. How old is your pups that travel with you?
They're both about the same age, 12, 13.
Okay.
Chaz is the one that was the meathead that was just over my shoulder. I say that endearingly, meathead, but he was the first at, I think I got him when he was about 2.5. And then my daughter volunteered at our local shelter, and she encountered this dog, Lucky, who we have now. And he was sort of like a mascot. So he wasn't in a kennel during the day. He went from office to office and just sort of greeted people when they came in, and we adopted him too. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so about 12, 13 years old.
Box Van D says she needs a badge too.
I'll tell you, if I get on the road, that's the first person when I get to Arizona I'm seeing is Box Van D. I love her. She's just unbelievable. That video today I was almost crying because
I've got it on my notes. I want to go watch it.
Yeah, it's just so true, you know. And here she is out there. I don't know what, because she's a woman, you can't tell her age, but she's just killing it, and she's just having a great time, and that's good to see, you know.
It is. It's a beautiful thing to see. Dadcam Rock says Batch got his exercise this week running from a forest fire. What did you not tell me?
Oh, the forest fire. Well, it was sort of close to us. It was 10 miles away from us, but it just happened. The wind blew the other way. But then it started raining this week, and it soaked it down, so it's all gone now. So, but that was pretty close. Like me and Al were in town. We seen the flames when they were coming when it started. Right? It was just over. It wasn't that far away, so it could have got ugly. That's the only problem was it was so dry here that Fort McMurray went through my mind as soon as I seen it. So, but we're lucky it didn't do that. So.
That devastation in Fort McMurray. We won't even get into that. It's just unreal.
That was just ugly.
Yeah. Can my moderators take a peek and see how many friends of his channel Tim has? Because Van Life Rocks has been dropping that link throughout. He also just dropped Box Van D's. I doubt there's anyone here that doesn't know her, but if you don't, click that link. Thank you so much for that.
I've got 1.02 thousand subscribers, and I started the day with 976 or something like that. Yeah,
you're doing good.
So,
you were like 990 or 994 I think when we started. So you probably got, you got a few 0.02, so it's 20.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, look,
26.
I get more. I'm getting more viewers not creating videos than when I did when I was creating videos. So I don't know what this if they're just rewarding me for shutting the hell up or what. But I think y'all anyway.
I am so honored, Tim, that you are here.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
You have amazing content. You're one of the very first people at Badge told me about that does things very well, right?
I try. Well, I had this theory when I left, because I'm not much of a videographer. But when I left, but there's a story behind this, and that is that I had this theory that oh God, this is going to get sort of winded. Years ago, whether it was I was an EMT, and then I went to the police academy, and I did pilot license lessons. And the common theme around those things is that the better trained you are, it's like time slows down, right? So I thought, okay, well, if I can get out here and I can find something, exercise my videography skills, and it prompts me to be able to slow down, take a look at the flower, take a look at the mountain, take a look at whatever, maybe I can slow down time and not turn 57 quite so quickly, right? So that was the idea, is to get out 2 or 3 times a week and just sort of develop that skill set. And I had a blast doing it. And so what you see in my channel is sort of my exercising those fundamentals that I talked about before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Someone keeps asking me, and there must be a connection, something about tattoo for Tim.
Huh?
Do you have a tattoo, or is there something for you about a tattoo?
Oh my gosh!
I didn't realize there was a connection, but thank God they repeat it, because they know I'm clueless sometimes.
Okay, no. There was a video I did. Oh God, it must have been a better part of a year ago, where I said, "Hey, look, if you can help get me over the 1,000 threshold by the end of the year, I'll get a tattoo," and my first tattoo. But now that I think about it, I'm not sure that I gave it a time limit. So I might be on the hook for actually my first tattoo as a result of getting past 1,000. So yeah, whoever that was, okay, thanks.
You're on the hook. You're on the hook. It's Carol Springstead.
All right, perfect.
It kept putting that comment in that kept my attention.
I'll do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not going to let them pick it. I'm not going to let it, because otherwise it's going to be like, Bodie McBoatface or something like that. And I just don't want to do that as a tattoo. But, we'll figure something out.
You'll design your own though, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I probably wouldn't design my own. I'd probably leave it to somebody that actually knows what the heck they're doing, But we'll see. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Thanks, Carol, for bringing that up. That's pretty fun.
Robin Jan Canvan say, get a tattoo badge.
Right.
A little badge tattoo. Yeah. Oh, let's get like little badges all over. Yeah. They look like little moles, but to be little badges. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, and badge. Yeah. Jimmy said grease guns don't count for your 3 guns that you have.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, I got the video funny. Back. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here.
Oh yeah, I had the window open. I was trying to follow along the best I could, which is why I kept looking over.
Yeah, I have the screen open. Like I have it as 2 screens, or 2, not screens. 1 screen, but the 2 pages.
2 different pieces.
Minimized, sort of. Because everybody knows to try to catch my attention, do the @Van Vita Travels, so the orange will highlight and catch my eye, but I can't see that on StreamYard. So I need to keep the YouTube side open for that, for me to see it.
I'm curious how many people that watch this are people who are on the road versus those who aren't. Any idea?
Well, let's just find out. Chat, if you wouldn't mind, if you are on the road, can you put a 1 in? And if you're in sticks and bricks right now, can you put a 2? Or stationary? Well,
quite a few on the road.
If you're on wheels, 1. And if you're not on wheels, a 2. So we'll just see.
I'm often in these forums, and it's a collection of people largely who want to do this who haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And that seems to be.
Yeah, we have a really good mix.
Yeah, really good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
these guys are so great responding so quick like that. I just enjoy them all.
That is terrific. Yeah, I guess one of the pieces of advice that I have for anybody that wants to do this, even if you don't have the money to do it yet, is start with just being an effective minimalist, and the world will open up to you. So worry less about van life and worry more about doing more with less. And you'll see that your debt's going to go down and you'll be able to work a little bit less. And then all of a sudden, you're going to see these pockets of time that open up that you'll be able to capitalize on. So yeah, start there, and your world will change. The van life is a big change for me, but being a minimalist is that is the one lesson that I'll have at the end of this that will stay with me forever, because it is, you realize the freedom associated with being sort of outside the fishbowl and watching people from a distance, and you sort of feel a different reward from that.
See, right now, I mean, I have a house, but because I'm not ready to go yet, I'm building my ambulance out. I'm trying to get a couple things repaired in the house for if I want to sell it. I'm trying to cut down on some of the crap I have in the house. It's like, and I'm literally thinking of selling the house, even if I move into an apartment, so that I'm free to travel.
Yes.
Right?
She's ready to go. She just doesn't think.
That's very similar to what I did. I mean, the more deliberate and purposeful you can be, the better prepared you're going to be. Mm-hmm. And of course, having this channel and expressing yourself the way that you do, it's just a bonus.
The problem is, if I get her out there,
hey, Babs, can you get closer to the camera?
She won't get. Well, that's my buddy up in Alaska there, Tim, with Truck House Rock. He does that. And the problem I got is that if I get her out there and start meeting our friends like we did through the Schoolie Palooza, you know what that's all about, and walking through there, meeting a couple of people, she might not want to come back.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, then I'm just going to contact Robin, and I'm going to get her. She said there's lots of jobs for social workers on the road. I'll just get her to help me find one.
There you go. Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like a lot of what you're saying, Tim, is really resonating with me, because I feel like there's something really big and really good that's going to happen, and I don't know what it is, and I've never had this kind of feeling before. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I have to be ready to say yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my life so that I can do it, because I will rationalize myself out of fun all the time. I'm trying to learn to get past it.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. You're going to sit and you're going to get on the damn desert out at Squatterville in Arizona, and you're going to be sitting there at 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning having your coffee and say, I got to go to work, don't I? Do I have to go to work? No, you don't have to go to work. Oh, you sure I don't have to go to work? No, you don't have to go to work. You have to just stay here and drink your coffee. And there's another one in the house if you need it. But you sure I don't have to go to work? No, you don't have to go to work. That's the problem.
I'm good with 3-hour coffees, Badge. I can do it.
I got to tell you, it probably took me the better part of a year where I could really enjoy something as simple as a sunset. Because I don't know about you, I'm sure that I'm not alone in this regard, but I have this internal dialogue. It's almost like a hum in my head, right? It's just this busyness. And I look for things to sort of cover up that internal dialogue. And when I fail to find things, I consider that boredom, which is really not. But so the trick is being out here and sort of taming that inner dialogue to where you can just be peaceful and not feel like you have to be doing something other than just looking at the Milky Way. That's okay. That's purposeful in itself. But it takes a while to be able to sort of calm, at least for me anyway, calm my soul a bit so I can actually get to that point. So you might have a similar, issue with that, but we'll find out.
Here's my girl, Box Bandy. We can have some all-nighters.
There you go.
I love her. I really do. And Janice from Oz, thank you so much for watching. I know it's tomorrow for you already. Thank you. We'll see you again on Saturday night, Janice. Oh, awesome people.
I'm impressed. You've got quite a crowd here. This is pretty awesome.
69 people in chat right now. And Jitsu 2000, hello, Skeet. Good to see you. Yeah, and nobody knew who my surprise guest was going to be. I think if people knew it was you, Tim, we'd have probably double the number in here right now.
That's too funny. I can't even fathom that people even know who the heck I am. So go figure.
And you are so wonderful to have a conversation with, and you're so interesting. It's like we could probably talk for hours.
I think we have.
Only an hour. Only an
No, I'm not.
hour.
No. It is, but this is pretty typical. I mean, not necessarily the online thing, but anytime that you get together with Badge, like I said, it's going to be an adventure, and you're going to meet people, and you're going to have a good time. So, yeah, everybody needs a badge. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even when I was out there, Tim, it's so funny. I have the tiniest little window in the side door of my ambulance in the back. And it's in the morning, and I hear his knock, knock, and he's like, open the window. And I open the window, and he hands me a coffee, double, just the way I liked it. Like, drive-through service, I didn't even have to put a key in the engine.
Go figure. Yeah.
Life's tough, Life's tough.
That's crazy.
It was awesome. Although right now, with restrictions, we can't even get together yet, but it will soon. It'll change soon.
Yeah, no, it's going to open up. I mean, last year was tough. And again, that was part of the reason I didn't, at least it was a factor of my not doing videos. I didn't want to have the COVID conversation, what it's like to deal with COVID and van life and stuff, because I think that's a reflex for everybody to do. And I'd sort of rather go a different direction somehow. But now that's sort of, we're looking at a Southwestern party this next year that I think is going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, for a number of years, it was always the RTR was the big thing to go to. And that's no longer sort of the quest that people are on, that rite of passage.
Yeah.
But
the School of Blues.
That's it.
Yeah.
There is so much to do. You'll be busy for 3 months solid and meet tons of people, and develop some lifelong friendships. Just got to put yourself out there, and and that's it.
Yeah, you meet 100 people.
You're smiling. I see you smiling. I pointed to you.
I am so excited, Tim. I actually, for the first time in my life, tried to do something different, and I had taken an unpaid leave for January, February, and March.
Okay.
One of my big bucket list things was to miss one Canadian winter. But then the pandemic hit, so I had to withdraw the request. Thank goodness they let me withdraw it. So, fingers crossed when things change, I can get another one approved. Because in the meantime, the gift to me over this last year is everybody that's here.
Yeah.
Right? So
you already have the friendships too. Yeah, I mean, look, you already have the friendships. You'll be able to hit the ground running. It's just going to be a matter of actually meeting people, and for the first time in a long time, shaking hands and hugging people, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. So
yeah. Oh, you've gotten over 30 new subs today. You're at 1.03 now. Thank you, Ron, for letting us know that. What was that movie, the Jerk with Steve Martin, where he looks in the phone book and he sees his name, he goes, I am somebody. So now that I'm past 1,000, I am somebody. Well, you just need to put some more stuff out. But I think if you get your bike, you might be a little more motivated, because it's a different way that you're going to be seeing things. Yeah,
I think so. But it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this next year. Badge knows that I've been sort of on the fence. I almost bought a bus, and then I didn't buy a bus, and whatever. But the thing is, I think that when you have a traditional life, you have a traditional set of rules and a traditional set of goals.
Yeah.
When you do this, there's no tradition about anything. You sort of just make up your life and you engineer your life as you go on. And you just want to make sure that you stay smiling and happy and rewarded and challenged. Mm-hmm. And you can leave all that sort of other garbage behind, but not having those traditional sort of that traditional plan, you're left to your own devices. So what do you do? Right. And I'm just getting to that point where it's like, you know what, I'm old enough now to where I can do whatever the hell I want to do. So go figure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
oh, sorry.
Like with like I was saying, like Tim and this YouTube thing, like he's not a YouTube. Well, he's on YouTube, but it's not a factor that goes into
I'm behind the scenes
every day because it's like he's got a life and he does other stuff, and YouTube is just something there to go to, but it's not a major thing like us too. Now we're down to 1-2 a week now, and it's just you got your life to live, and you just live your life, and then you go play with YouTube, but we're not making any money off it, so it's not a big deal,
Right. Well, but I think that the one thing that's not being said though, Badge, is that I'm inherently freaking lazy, and that's part of it too.
Well,
So
that's me too. I'm the same way. I'm just as lazy.
Badge, you're
You know,
not
unless they have
lazy.
a
Shut the hell up.
unless they have a van build or a schoolie palooza, I don't get nothing to do. I got to sit around the fire and poke with a stick,
What a guy. What a
drink
guy.
coffee.
Okay, before I
drink
forget, I
coffee.
want to say to Sagebrush Soul, Tim, do you have your email address on your page?
I can give it to you. It's really easy.
Okay.
You can do Tim, Tim at timuntethered.com.
All small letters?
That didn't make a difference. Tim at timuntethered.com. That's the best way to get me an email, or the easiest.
Geez, I can even remember that.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Sagebrush, if you want to get a hold of him, Nomadic Adventures, if you want to get a hold of him, you can just send him an email. And
that's it. I'm looking at it. It's all spelled correctly. Yep.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Oh my goodness. This has been so awesome. There was something else I saw, and darned if I didn't lose. Oh, they want to know if you're based in Canada or the US.
In the U.S., I consider my home base Roseburg, Oregon area, actually Winchester, Oregon. That's about so on the I-5 corridor, about halfway between the California border and Portland, roughly in between. And that's where my family is, and that's sort of what I consider my home base because that's where my grandkids are. So, yeah.
That's where the chicken is, right?
How many grandkids do you have?
2 grandkids. 2.
Aw, how old
Isn't that
are
sweet?
they?
My granddaughter, she just turned 5, and she's a leap baby. So her last birthday before this, she actually had her first leap birthday, which is awesome.
Yeah.
My grandson was actually born on Easter of last year, but he was like 6 weeks premature. And that all happened during this whole COVID thing, which was really spooky, right? But I haven't seen him since he was born, and so I'll get to see him in the next couple of weeks. He's walking around. He's got teeth now, and so yeah.
I
So
can't wait to be a grandma, but I will wait because my son's only 19. So
yeah, you don't start pressuring him just yet. Yeah.
You know what? My brother's younger. My nephew is 5. That meets my needs.
Yeah. Now my grandkids are great. I'm just the crazy grandpa. So.
Oh, that's awesome. But you know what? By doing your videos too, you're leaving a legacy for them. I mean, that's one of the things I think a lot of people don't talk about. I know that family down the road is going to know a little bit of who I am, good or bad, but they're going to know me in a different way. Like I have a sister, for example, that passed away. And back then we didn't have a lot of recordings. We actually didn't have that many pictures even, and they would have been so nice to have now. So this is something we're leaving this to our loved ones,
Well, one of the things I said on the interview that I did with Deborah Dickinson was that my grandfather, I was raised by my grandparents largely for the first number of years of my life, and my grandfather was a big Western buff. And after my grandmother died, he built this sort of modern day covered wagon, and he got a bunch of mules together. And he was going to retrace the steps from East Texas to West Texas that the family took when they were on covered wagon. And right before he left, he had a stroke and died. Yeah. And so when I decided to do this trip, my whole family was entirely supportive. Just going, well, you're just like your grandfather, right? And, my history has been, IT director, as I said before, senior technology manager, corner offices in San Francisco. I had offices all over the country, and now look at me. I live in a freaking 72 square foot van, right? And I'm happier. And one of the things I want to be able to leave my grandkids is at least this idea that tradition is fine, but if you don't fit into that square box, don't worry about it. There's another path for you, and just look at how crazy Grandpa is, and go from there. So.
Oh, I think that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Dreams on Wheels, you're so cheeky. They're telling me I might want to remove my moose milk drinking nights before the grandkids get old enough to watch. It will be their parents' responsibility to make sure they don't watch my Saturday Night Lives until they're teenagers.
Yeah, my granddaughter, she sees my videos still. She'll go back and rewatch videos and she'll go, pop, 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 pop. You know,
Aww.
it's priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah, well, hurry up and get out here. We'll have a blast. I mean, we'll have a good time.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm excited, you guys. Like, you have no idea.
And like I said, meanwhile, if you need anything, if Badge needs anything, Hero Soap, or if anybody has a charitable type of initiative and they might want some assistance, let me know and I'll see what I can do to help.
That is so wonderful.
I can vote for you. He
that
does
really
good
is.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He does good stuff.
You know, I'm just going to play that. Oh, no, I quit sharing. Never mind. I'll get all confused if I try to pull it up now. I get flustered when I'm live and I try to add something in. I used to always show the soap ads. Well, until I got monetized, right, Badge? And then we weren't really sure, but I'm not endorsed. So I probably can just put them back as a regular thing again.
You can run them. You can run them.
Yeah, if you ever get a copyright strike, for any reason, for the music that's on that stuff, contact me. I'll give you the license, and then you can dispute it, and you'll be good. My licenses cover everything from YouTube, TV, radio, movies. So you're covered no matter where that stuff runs. Yeah.
Tim, you're so dang awesome. Thank you.
Hey, we don't do cheesy work around here.
The Nomadic Experience is asking for a like spike. I don't even know what I have for likes right now because my screen freezes and I don't want to refresh it. Does anybody know how many likes I have on this live stream right now? And then I don't know what they do this. Kevin with the Nomadic Experience is really flamboyant and does the big countdown all cool, and I suck. But
it looks like you got 68.
68.
Yeah. 68.
Ooh, baby.
So
and only one thumbs down. That's pretty awesome.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Now watch my brother go give me a thumbs down.
You know what I tell people? If you don't like my videos, give me a thumbs down. But if you really don't like my videos, click it twice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, now it's showing 71. All right, you guys, if you haven't hit the like button, it does really help the channel grow. We will do you want to count down from 5 to 0 and then everybody can hit like? Would you do the honors, Tim?
Oh, yeah, sure. I got to count backwards from 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like. I'm doing the same thing. Oh, look at that. Nice.
I need Kevin to record himself doing a like spike so I can just play the clip. Because he does it so good. Oh,
that's
my
funny.
goodness.
Nice. Good job.
That's awesome. These guys are great. They are just so funny. Yes, Megan DJ is here. He's busy watching.
Well, you guys are motivated. You guys are motivating me to actually go create some content. So this is a good thing. So good.
Okay. Wonderful. So do you want to throw a question out to the chat about a type of, is there 2 kinds of content you're playing between? These guys will give you their opinions. They're amazing.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm just lost, right? I see these channels to Blind View's point. I'm trying to be very purposeful and deliberate, but I should probably be a bit less formal, more casual. And I would think that if people want to let me know, just even talking to the camera like this and about topics that we've talked about, does that provide value to you? Does talking about making money or marketing have any value to you? What do you think of the motorcycle idea? Would you watch something like that? You know, whatever feedback they can give me is great.
I can guarantee you this particular community is really good about wanting to know about doing better videos and all the steps and processes that goes with it, everything that's with YouTube, with the marketing. And I think, honestly, I could answer for everyone. The stuff on the motorcycle would be fantastic.
Okay, good.
Well, even here, Land Cloud Adventures, the motorcycle idea would be a unique perspective because we don't really see that.
Well, do yourself a favor. If you get a chance, go watch Itchy Boots, some of the earlier stuff. Her name is Nora Lee. One of the things that happened to her was she was traveling from the tip of, Argentina, and she was going to go all the way to the Arctic, I think. And I can't remember where she stopped in her journey during COVID, but she was the only white girl in the village, and they thought she was the devil bringing COVID. So she needed the police, the mayor, and like the local governor to get her out of town and on an airplane to go back to Norway because they were worried for her safety because she thought she'd be attacked for being the witch. So if you get a chance, watch her channel, but I thought that was completely fascinating and intriguing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Carol says she's ready for motorcycle videos. Papa Texas says he wants to do a cooking collab with you, Tim.
Oh, nice. Let's do that.
Oh, Jean-Marc, thank you so much for that super chat. He's saying Adventures with Purpose could use Tim to get the word out too. Yeah. Oh, Adventures with Purpose. They are an amazing channel. They have over 1 million subscribers, and they will pull wrecks out of the water and stuff.
Oh, how cool.
Resolving cold cases so families can have some closure, or sometimes even just finding someone. It's definitely check them out. A lot of people here are a part of that community as well. It's
Oh, that's terrific.
really
I keep looking at the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I keep looking at what people are typing. So.
Oh, go ahead, read them.
Cool.
And thank you,
No,
Kiwi,
that's great.
for dropping the link for Itchy Boots. I won't edit any of this video down, so anybody wants to rewatch it in the next couple hours, the chat will show back up again so that you can find all of these links. Can all my channel members please drop their links as well? And I need my channel members to just be doing it throughout the live stream. Don't wait for me to ask, because I get all and forget. Keely,
that's great.
For dropping that link for Adventures with Purpose. That's fantastic. See what
and look, if at some point you want to do a format like this and just talk about how to create videos or create better videos or editing tips or how to write a script or whatever, we can do that too. I'm game.
There you go.
Oh, you're amazing. All of that stuff is fantastic. And Tim, you could probably even be doing some live streams on your channel. I'm pretty sure people would love that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I've never done one before. I'd certainly planned to do it before. I like the StreamYard stuff. This is really cool. So,
hey, my email address is on my About page. Just email me. We can do a private live, and I can just step you through the little bits. And then you'll be set.
Cool.
She's an expert.
That's what like Van Life with Gina and Meant to Be RVing did for me. Because when I first started, before I did live streams, Van Life with Gina interviewed me, so they had to teach me how to use StreamYard, and I was very slow with technology. But I mean, that's what we do in this community. Everybody helps everyone. When one grows, we all grow together, and it's so nice.
This is great. It's great.
That's why I don't do live streams. I just get her to do them. Because
tell me how it is, Badge. Tell me how it is.
Okay, this is just what I'm telling you.
We need to drop Badge's link again too, because I want to see Badge get a couple more numbers. There's gotta be someone here that doesn't have.
We got friggin' numbers. We got numbers and wrenches, but the only problem is my wrenches are purple, not blue.
I don't know if you know this too, Tim. Like Badge and his brother Jimmy, they made sure I have all the tools that I need, and apparently Badge seems to bank on the fact that my ambulance is going to break down. So I have all the tools that if I find someone that knows how to fix it, I have the right sizes.
It's not that. It's not that. It's just everybody knows when you have a 6-liter Ford, you got to have at least 2 mechanics on speed dial. It's just the way it is. But now I give all them tools to Jimmy. Now Jimmy's saying that his wrenches don't fit a 6-liter. And I say, well, Jimmy, that's BS because I know them wrenches are trained on 6 liters. I'll send them back to you then.
I think just about every time I've broken down, I've given Badge a call. And that's been more than a couple of times. Yeah.
And you don't like it when the conversation starts, oh, Tim, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, you know what I keep hoping for is because I sort of know the basics of troubleshooting, just the basics. And so what I'll do is I'll get on the phone with Badge and go, okay, I did this. He goes, did you do that? Yeah, did you do that? And then there's just I can hear on the other end of the phone, there's just this, and I'm like, okay, that says it all. That sigh says it all. Oh, Tim. Yeah.
Thank you, Nate, for dropping Badge's link. If anybody is not subbed to Badge, I don't care if you leave the live stream right now. Go click that link and go sub, and then make sure you go back after and watch a video so it sticks. Even Papa Texas says he's had to call you Badge.
We're just
got his head on my pillow.
Got lots of people. We got
know,
lots of
but
people.
I like, this is my only way to contribute, right? So
You're doing a brilliant job. This is great. This is a lot of fun. I've had a good time.
the Morris family goes, who's Badge? That's my brother.
Exactly.
He's met Jimmy already.
Yeah.
It's all right. My family is still asking who's Tim, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Who's Badge?
He's like, I know, no Badge. Everyone needs one. We know, DJ. Oh, Nate, that's good. Thank you for looking that up. Badge is actually only 150 away from 5K.
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
We should all let's go over there and
As
party
it-
now.
That's got it. Whether you're monetized or not, that's like a mark. That's another goal, right? Another accomplishment.
You know, when
As
I
a
got into
community,
this,
we're going to get you there by the end of May.
when I started this with Jax, this is because Jax, everybody knows the story about Jax, and he started it. My goal was 5,000 subscribers and 1,000 videos. So right now we're sitting on the threshold of 5,000 subscribers, and we got just around the 390 videos or something, right? So, we're almost where we want to be. So, but I don't want to get away from into the big 10, 15, 100,000 mark, because then you lose a touchy feeling. Even Chrome says that. So
The closeness with
I just like
everyone.
to keep it small. Yeah.
Michael Ann pointed out a good thing, and I forgot about this. Mellow Nomadic Adventures only needs 19 subs to get his 1K. Good Lord. Can my moderators
What's
drop
it?
Marshall's links?
Yeah. I'll go do that right now.
We are going to get that for Marshall. And if we don't do it tonight, Marshall will do it on Saturday. And I
Well,
don't think
Marshall
I'm
have
going
by
to take it on Saturday
Saturday.
because I want to catch a Northern Lights.
Oh yeah, Northern Lights. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance of them this weekend, Badge. You should be getting out there looking too. And actually, I have Friday off too, so I'm going to take the ambulance out for a long weekend.
Oh.
Okay, I
There's
am
long
now
weekends this weekend.
I'm subscribing to Mellow Nomadic Adventures right now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Anybody
yes,
else?
We hear Northern Lights. Van Life Rocks and Land Cloud Adventures are dropping the link for Mellow Nomadic Adventures. If you guys want to go sub to him, I don't care if you have already subbed to him. If you have a second channel, get on it on your other account. Go sub to it too. Let's just, because you know, when you hit that 1K, you can at least get that community tab. That made me so happy to get the community tab. I just,
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
really.
you know, it's like Steve Martin said, I am somebody now. I thank you all for that. So I am fulfilled.
Oh,
You're
you
a
need
somebody.
56 more
You're a
people.
somebody before we come to here.
Who's 983? Oh, 983. Is that Marshall right now?
Show.
Oh,
Marshall.
yeah. And he makes a good point. If you guys think you've already been subscribed to Mellow Nomadic Adventures, can you just go click on the link and make sure you still are? Because I was talking to Tim and Badge about this before. We're constantly getting unsubbed from the channels we want to watch. Yeah. This has happened even amongst me and my moderators, and we're all each other's biggest fans, right? So it's like, how?
Yeah, see, I'm not a sub of Badges anymore, so we'll fix that.
See? Because when I saw it was you coming on just before we started, I looked on mine and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not sub to you anymore.
Yeah.
It's
like
okay.
You haven't put anything out since September.
You wouldn't have known anyway. Yeah, if a tree falls in the forest. Yeah, wasn't making videos. How would you know if you're subscribed?
Yeah, exactly.
988. Marshall needs 22.
You'll get her.
Everybody hold their breath until he gets 1,000, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everybody knows I can't stop talking for that long. Yeah, Tim, if you want to do anything together, if you need a really high-pitched, squeaky voice for a voiceover, just give me a call. I'll do it for nothing.
You know, it's funny you say that. I got a couple of voiceovers, and because these were for testimonials, so they were giving me these, you know, sort of customer comments that were positive, and then I would order these voiceovers to sort of bring life to this text. But then I didn't know how old the person was. And then when I'm looking at this stuff, I'm going, oh, she needs to have a deeper voice from the voice that I ordered. So I just adjusted the pitch. So somebody that had a really high-pitched voice is all of a sudden talking like a cigarette smoker, It worked out perfectly. The magic of an editor. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's funny. And yes, thank you everyone for correcting me. My math, I'm a social worker. I don't need to know math, okay? It was 12, not 22. Oh, 10 more, you guys. Can someone drop that link again? And yes, Jeff Mayhem RV, you have the unofficial copyright of the subathon. Because we had another channel friend that was really close one Saturday night to the 1K. And so we got all hyped up, and Blind Views was playing music, and it was like a little communathon kind of thing. We called it a subathon.
That was Mayhem.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need Jerry Lewis. We're just one step away.
Yeah, one step away.
Sagebrush Soul says if you want to see the ultimate schoolie, check out one of their last videos. All right. Well,
looks like I got some subbing to do, don't I?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fantastic people here. Again, all my moderators and my second tier channel members have the ability to drop their links. Dreams on Wheels, you now also have that ability. I programmed it into my stream bot thing. So all you have to do is an exclamation mark and in all small capitals, no spaces for your channel name. And then my stream elements will automatically drop your channel link into the chat. So if you could practice that just to make sure I didn't make an error, that would be fantastic if you're still here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love how people are making excuses for my math. That was the Canadian exchange rate.
Yeah. Those were metric subscribers that you were talking about.
Yeah. Metric
Not Imperial. You're talking metric subscribers.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. You know what? I'm having so much fun. This is awesome. Papa Texas says my first 3 voiceovers for Tim will be free. You heard it here, folks. He is on the hook now.
Look at that. I'm just, you create our own media conglomerate.
Robin Jan's getting cheeky. $9.92, so only 46 needed, Paula. Canadian exchange rate. No mock experience, Paula. 1 + 1 = banana. Look, guys, I made one mistake. One mistake.
And you're going to hear her for the rest of your life.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys, we need 8 more people to subscribe to Marshall's. We have got to do that tonight. Dreams on Wheels says the community is full of voices and personalities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, and there's very little, if any, pretense with anybody. I mean, it's so easy to meet people. I'm like, look, if you're in a van and somebody else is in a van, you pull up and go, "Hey, you full time?" "No, I'm part time." Start a conversation. "Hey, you full time?" "Yeah." Start a conversation. It's easy. I live in one, you live in one. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's, I just have discovered some van lifers in my province, because in Canada in the prairies, it's really cold in the winter. And I'm hopefully going to meet up with some of them, but wait, I had another point. Where was I going with this badge? Yeah, you guys are
don't want to stay in the winter anymore.
It's moose milk withdrawals. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Goodness gracious.
You're talking about meeting the people that you want, that in Canada around you, but you want to meet up with them.
Yeah, but I was going somewhere. I'll think of it tomorrow. We have another important question, Tom says, for Tim. How many buckets do you have? Just in case there's a trivia night.
How many what?
Buckets.
Buckets.
Everyone talks about poop and poop buckets in this community.
Yeah.
How many buckets do I have? I have a singular bucket. It is a no frills bucket. But I got to tell you, I don't care. we're not going to get deep into this subject because people don't like to talk about it.
No.
But I'll tell you what, if you don't want to look at it and you don't want to touch it and you don't want to deal with it and you don't want to store it, the bucket is the simplest and the cheapest way. So I'm sorry how disgusting it might be to a lot of people, but it is the most practical.
Talks about their shit.
Yeah, it is the most practical way of dealing with that, with that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I know even for me, I just have a little Camco toilet in here, and even with chemicals, you got to dump it long before it actually needs.
Can we agree on something though? And that is that no matter how you approach the subject, it's disgusting, right?
Oh yeah.
So nobody in my normal traditional life goes, "Hey, where do you go poop, Tim?" They don't ask, right? Don't ask me now. What's the deal? Why do you care? What do you care if I use hamster bedding or cat litter? I don't care. You shouldn't care.
It's
Experiment with your poop.
Process.
Play with your poop. Become one with your poop.
Simple.
Yes.
It's very simple. You live in a house and you always have to make sure, well, I got 3 or 4 TVs and I have 15 air conditioners and I have a swimming pool. Well, when you live in a van, I have 1 poop bucket or 2 or 3. So
yeah. Well, look at it in a traditional house. You press a button, it's like surfs up, bye, turd, and it's gone, right? We don't have that luxury. Exactly. But yeah, if I could do surfs up again, I would, but I can't. So there we go.
Jimmy says we just like to talk about epic shit on this channel. And you know what? Land Cloud Adventures has a suggestion. Tim, can I use that little segment of you talking about you don't care about the poop and make it a short?
Was it me as Sue Poopa? You Poopa. Yeah, you can take whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Oh my goodness.
Holy
wow. You know what? It's like been an hour and 42 minutes.
I know it's been a while. I gotta feed these guys and
I
stuff.
gotta let you guys
time flies.
Go, my goodness.
I only told him 15 minutes.
What?
But again,
I only told him 15 minutes.
Yeah, but Badge, again, that's metric time. It's not imperial time. So it just.
Oh, yeah. Right? 15 minutes, get max. An hour and 42. Yeah, I guess that's
well, I can't help it that he's so damn interesting. It's all his fault.
Oh, God. Now I'm going to start getting red.
No, this is
I said he's all right as long as you don't ask him questions.
Quit being interesting, Tim.
Yeah, well, your standards are pretty low, apparently, if this entertains you. It's still been a pleasure, though. I'm glad I came.
Thank you. And
my eyes are watering.
Thank you so much for setting this up and allowing me the introduction to Tim like this.
Oh, it's all right. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I agree, Keely. He is very interesting and very well spoken, very easy to listen to. Absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Well,
you got to go watch his videos. He's got the videos. What was the name of them? The Dweller Talks. They were pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we did one with you and Robin and Kenny, and they were a lot of fun.
Go watch the Dwellers Talks. Because the only one that was me, the rest of them were the walkthrough at the Schoolie Palooza.
Oh yeah, well that was a whole that was a whole other deal. But no, they were fun. I mean, I met all different kinds of people, and we would just sit down and we would just talk. And these are
that was a good one.
Yeah, they were just these are just fascinating people in their own right. What?
He doesn't even have a bus, and he knows Tony from AAA bus in Phoenix. Oh yeah, there you go.
Like you said, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm sort of behind the scenes, but yeah, I got connections now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you'll have to go back after Tim and read all the the comments and stuff.
I will, yeah.
But yeah, again,
Yeah.
thank you guys so very much. Thank you to everyone in the chat for being here and to those that shared out the stream and like the stream. You guys are awesome. I will be back on Saturday night. And yeah, who knows what kind of... I'll take you guys with me when I go looking for the Northern Lights, I think. I'll be on the road on
Okay.
Saturday. There we
Right
go.
on.
7 more from Melodramatic Adventures to hit his 1K. So absolutely, you guys go check that out. All right. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah.